A lot of men go through their lives wanting their own personal woman that will love them for them and not what they have to provide. We'll hate to break it to you, but female nature doesn't work like that, and no amount of hoping will get you what you want. The truth is that women don't love men the way you think they do. All women on the face of planet Earth love men based on conditions and what you can do for them. A perfect example of this is the fact that as soon as your money starts to get funny and you're unable to keep up with your current lifestyle and hers, then she will either leave you for someone who she perceives to have more resources than you, or she will cheat with a man that has the resources while she stays up under you. This happens every day to men in relationships who cannot provide for their woman or cannot provide everything she wants. You have to understand that a woman's main goal in life is to survive in this world. And this is why they are naturally so selfish and self-centered. Looking at what I just said at face value, you'll realize that your wife, girlfriend, or even your mother is incapable of loving you unconditionally, and nothing you say or do will change that. All women love with conditions applied, and it is usually about what you can provide for their survival. Even mothers do this too. Let me give you an example, so you understand clearly. Your mother will be in a relationship with your father, and she will feel like she is getting the short end of the stick while the grass is greener on the other side. So she divorce grapes him to kingdom come and fight tooth and nail to win primary custody and put your father on child support. If she gets to remain in the marital home and she kicks out your dad, she will start to poison your mind against your father, so you start to hate and resent him. The next thing she will start to do is try to have control over you and restrict as much custody from your father, and even go as far as to bring in another man in the picture to play the role of the father figure. While she is doing all of this, her end goal is to use you to get resources from your dad and the government. Not only that, the time that you could have spent growing up with your father and learning from him is now taken away and issued to your step-dummy, all because she is a selfish human being. This is just mothers who got a man. The ones who couldn't level up and keep a man around will try to manipulate you so you'll take care of her in her retirement years. Now, if you look at those two scenarios that play out daily, tell me something she did for your benefit. Precisely, and that's your mother, the woman that society says loves you unconditionally, ends up using you to get resources or to take care of her in her older years when her husband should have been playing that role. But because she was so selfish and short-sighted, she sacrificed you in the name of love so she could patch her way through life. If you still doubt me, then let me drop this simple RP on your heads. If your mom truly loved you unconditionally and was doing the best for you, then why do most women who receive child support use the child support money that is meant for the child and use that money on themselves? Let's go a little deeper. Why is it that after the child support money runs out, she then passes you off to your father at age 18 or 21 when previously she was fighting to keep you away from your dad? See what I mean? I know at least one of you experienced or knows someone that this happened to. So I'm pointing out that women are incapable of loving a man without their conditions met. And men do this too, but the difference between them and us is that we will stick with the woman longer out of obligation and loyalty. While the woman is more likely to leave the relationship as soon as those conditions are not met. So as a man, always understand that women are incapable of loving you unconditionally, not even your mother. The next thing about female nature that you must learn to accept is that XXs are liars. Gents, I've said this multiple times in my videos, and it's time you guys accept this reality or face the consequences. Never listen to what women say, only watch their actions. Without the shadow of a doubt, all XX are liars that cannot be trusted without you seeing clear evidence of what she says to be true. If she can't prove it, don't believe anything that comes out of her mouth. There is too much evidence to back up my claim at this particular point. So if you choose to ignore everything I just said and trust a woman blindly, then you deserve everything that happens to you. How often have you heard women tell you that she would never do something to you and ended up doing it? How many men have been deceived by a woman with paternity fraud and had to raise another man's kids? Even after the test reveals the truth, that woman will go down to the depths of hell, saying the child is still his. How many millions, if not billions of men, have been lied to when a woman says her marriage vows but proceeds to break every single one of them? Men, you cannot trust a word that they say. Always assume that everything she says is a lie and only believe them when you have undeniable evidence of what she says to be true. Many men have been falsely accused and either lost their lives or got thrown in the clink, all because of a woman's lie. It's not a game out here, guys. We see college guys get expelled because a young woman falsely accused them of raping her. And there are a lot more examples I could share to back this up. Never trust her words, only her actions. What if I told you that damn near all women were temporary? Would you believe me? Another hard pill to swallow is to internalize she's not yours. It's just your time to be with her. Many men seem to think that once they get a woman, that woman will stay with them until they both grow old and die alone. Sorry to break it to you, but the divorce rate and the amount of single persons out here in these streets being reckless lets you know that's a complete lie. Women tend to leave the men they are with to chase perfection, and when she does that, we call it monkey branching. A woman could have a man giving her 80% of what she wants and needs, but she will be so ungrateful that she'll either leave that man to chase the remaining 20% or try to keep that man and get her 20% on the side. In other words, have her cake and eat it too. This is why we always have to highlight hypergamy, because it lets you know that at any point down the line, that woman could very well leave you for a man she perceives as a bigger and better deal. That's why you have to come to grips with the fact that most, if not all of them, will leave you at some particular point. And if you're fully invested, that could cost you upwards of tens of thousands of dollars and your kids, just because she thinks on the other side the grass is always greener. This is their dark nature, so you as a man must protect yourself by never committing or putting seed in their bellies. As long as you don't commit, cohabitate, or impregnate her, then when she decides to monkey branch, it will most likely not affect you because you'll know your time is up, and it is what it is. If you doubt what I'm saying to be true, just look back at your life and relationships and write down the names of all your past girlfriends and tell me how many of them you're still in a relationship with. You either have one or no girlfriend right now, which proves what I'm saying to be true. They are temporary at best. The sooner you accept this, the better your life will become. Now, another dark side of female nature that you must accept is that women are just using you to get what they want at the end of the day. Listen and listen well. Women are not genuine when dealing with men, and their primary goal is to use manipulation on you to get what they want at your expense. All women manipulate to get what they want, which is an undeniable fact. The problem is they will do whatever it takes at your expense to get whatever they want from you, even if it costs you your life. A good example of this is when a woman and her baby daddy or someone else had an altercation. What she'll do is simp wolf whistle and get another man, maybe a close relative, to do her bidding or beat up the next person without revealing all the truth. It often doesn't go as planned, and the man she sent to put the person she has a problem with in their place could get seriously hurt, deleted, or they delete the alleged bad guy, only for the woman to have told a lie from the very beginning. If the person knew she was lying, they would probably made a different decision, but you can't do that when you're taking a dirt nap. Now can you? This is why you have to think before you act with women and understand that all they are trying to do is get you to do or give them something that they want at your expense, more often than not. A woman's main hand she can play is manipulation, so if you are aware that that is the best hand she can play, and you can spot her manipulation tactics from a mile away, then you'll never be controlled by women. Always remember that. Tap the like button and subscribe for more hard-hitting facts. If you want to donate to the channel, PayPal and Cash Apps are in the description box below. And share the video with a man that needs this message. Remember, gents, never trust the modern woman.